B&E Ball Talk. Hey guys, welcome back to B&E Ball Talk. We'll be without Zach tonight, so we're gonna dive
Tonight will
right.
be the night that will fall for you.
We're gonna get right into our recap of NFL Week 11.
Our recap.
All recap.
That's
We
how we all talk.
we start with the Eagles, y'all. The Eagles, y'all, taking first place in the NFC East, beating the Commanders 26-18. Thoughts on this one? It feels like forever ago. The Eagles' defense is like clicking on all cylinders, and they look good. They look legit.
Dude, the exciting whites are playing good ball out
They
there in
are.
Philly. I thought the commies were going to put up more of a fight. I expected a little bit tighter of a game, but still close game. Saquon is Saquon. Eagles are quietly having a really good year.
Yeah, I mean Saquon's just unfucking believable. I think
He
without him, I honestly think they'd probably only be like a 500 team right now.
he's offensive player of the year right now for sure, right?
Has to be.
Okay. Like, because we know MVP will be the best quarterback, but
Is Saquon doing better than Derrick Henry?
He's got more yards. I
he's
think
got.
Henry's got more touchdowns, barely, but
I
I don't
also
know, dude.
think
Saquon's a way better player.
Saquon has more all-purpose yards because he catches the
Yeah.
ball. Probably, if I had to guess, I don't know for sure, but I don't think Derrick Henry catches the ball too much. Okay, next game. The Dolphins beat the Raiders 34-19. I don't remember. So I was out hunting, so I didn't see much of the games in general. So I'm gonna need a lot of your guys' help here. This was just Dolphins. The Raiders are a terrible team. Dolphins had this in the bag.
Yeah, Tua looks good, man. Tyreek is all the way back. Like, it just makes you wonder, like, what could have been if Tua didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tyreek looks, like Steve said, all the way back too.
Also, Jonnu Smith is nasty. My one positive note for the Raiders is Brock Bowers is him, just like we thought he would be. Dude, he's like tight end number one. Like, maybe not now, but like he's gonna be the number one tight end like the next like 5-6 years. I mean,
he's breaking records right now for like already.
he's so good, dude.
You know who's just absolutely fallen off the earth after the payday is Jalen Waddle. That dude
Yeah,
is invisible. And he just got paid, what, like $30 million a year?
He
yeah.
also
No,
drops the ball. He's
no
had
one wants that
several
Dude,
really
contract.
bad,
yeah.
several really bad drops this year.
Yeah, out of that draft class that was so stacked at receiver, he's the most disappointing.
Mm, disagree.
Who else is in that one?
I would say Henry Ruggs.
Damn, dude. Are you sure that was the same draft? Was that the same draft?
Henry Ruggs
You're
was
right. No, it was. It
drafted.
was. That was the
Yeah.
same draft. Because that was Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle.
No, it wasn't.
No?
It was
Dude, who cares?
Jefferson, CD.
Oh, it was. Okay, so it was the one before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
There was like a few years where receivers went nuts. All right. Next game. Saints beat the Browns 35-14. The interim bump continues. I don't know what to think of this one.
I guess Derek Carr just turns it up when he knows playoffs isn't an option. I expected more from the Browns. This game really disappointed me, to be honest with you.
Two bad teams.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, we got the Colts beating the Jets 28-27. I didn't realize this game was a 1-point game, but Anthony Richardson, man, he had a lot more designed runs, and the playbook looks like looks like Steichen's calling more plays that are more aggressive, and they're not like holding back anymore. Like they're like, all right, this is it. Like run the offense. So good for the Colts, big win for them. Their season's alive, but the Jets, they're officially dead. It's over. The Aaron
Jets,
Rodgers experience,
yeah.
I believe, is over. They fired their
Jets,
GM just like this week. So yeah, Sorry.
Jets are dead. Rodgers blows. Retire. Move on. Blow it up.
Do you think he's gonna try to go somewhere else?
Dude, if you're any other team, why on earth would you sign him?
I'm just asking the question. Do you think
I
another
mean,
team would take him? I think there's a few teams that would probably take him.
I mean, yeah, the
dude, I
Raiders.
think it would literally have to be a team that like wants to try to sell tickets or something.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the Raiders. They're really stupid. They do really dumb things, but that's about it.
Yeah, they need a quarterback bad too.
I saw everyone hoping it's the Vikings, so he literally did exactly what Favre did.
That would be hilarious. And there is a way that could happen is if like they don't re-sign Darnold and
Dude,
they're like, hey, JJ's not going to be fully healthy at the beginning of the season. Let's throw him. That'd be hilarious.
the Vikings, Brett Favre is probably my favorite version of Brett Favre.
You
That's
know where
crazy. That's only because we didn't like watch a lot of him in Green Bay because I don't remember him in Green Bay like much at all personally,
Dude,
just because
he
of my
went
age.
nutty with the Vikings, dude. That was such a sick playoff run.
Yeah, that Saints game where he got destroyed was epic.
you know the one team Aaron Rodgers could go to? I think it'd be
The
pretty stupid.
Giants.
No, dude. Go home to California to the Niners, dude. If they don't want to pay Brock Purdy big money,
Damn.
if they don't want to pay Brock Purdy big money this year, you bring in Rodgers for 1 year, knowing that your team is already stacked and you got a good coach.
Hear me out, Steve. You're saying no, like that. There's no way this could happen,
I don't
but
think it should happen. Like I'm a
I
Purdy guy,
think
but that's the one team.
it all depends on how the Niners season goes from here on out. Like if they miss playoffs or like if they miss playoffs, I could see that happening. Or if they like lose first round of playoffs, I don't know, man. Like would you want to be strapped to Purdy for that long, like with that money and that long, like because they're not going to be able to afford all the great talent they have if they do that.
Dude, Purdy's
I
having a
actually
really good year.
I like Brock Purdy,
I
and
like
I
him
mean, I don't
too.
think Rodgers is cutting anyone a discount. I'm sure that dude is still going to ask for $40 million if he goes there next year.
Oh, that'd be a big douche move if he actually did that. But
Dude,
I don't know.
if Niners let Purdy walk, I could see Sean McVay just picking him up and then him being the new
Oh,
face of the Rams.
don't stop. That gives me nightmare fuel. All right. Next game, the Vikings beat the Titans 23-13. Vikings continue to have an impressive season. Um,
Oh, I think you said Titans. I was like,
no,
what?
no. The coolest part of the Titans in this game was they had like a 98, 99-yard touchdown. But other than that, ass.
The Titans,
Uh,
they hang in these games though. They do have a good defense.
yeah, no, their defense is solid, but like their offense is they're so bad. Um, what they're going to be high draft picked. What are they going to do? I don't know. Who cares? We'll get into that another time. Packers beat the Bears 20-19. This was hilarious. The Bears the Bears get a blocked field goal 2 weeks in a row where a blocked field goal decides a game. That hasn't happened in a long, long time, if ever, in the NFL. So this was just total Bears. Everyone was laughing at the Bears because only the Bears can lose like that. What
The
are your guys' thoughts on this game?
Bears and kickers are hilarious. Jordan Love does not look like that great, man. He's struggled this year for real. I expected a lot better from him. But God dang, the Bears, man. They just have all this talent and they just blow. It's so funny. I don't know. I kind of wanted Chicago to be better this year, but also Caleb's not that great. But I mean, he looked a little better this week.
I was texting Wade throughout some of the game, and he was just saying how inconsistent the Packers are and everything, and they were losing in the fourth quarter, and I'm like, dude, I'm telling you right now, like they're gonna come back and beat the Bears at like the last second and just shatter Chicago. I'm like, they're just a miserable franchise, and that's literally as soon as I texted him that, I think Chicago like may have turned the ball over. Green Bay scored, oh no, Christian Watson made that huge catch, and they went down the field and scored. And I mean, it was just obvious, dude. The Bears are choke artists. I think the Packers are they are inconsistent, dude. They've got a lot of issues with the defense, but I'm personally a big Jordan Love fan. I think he's been a little bit banged up. And this was his, I don't know, off the bye, tough game in Chicago, but I think the Packers are going to roll.
Yeah, like I'm still not like out on my Packers Super Bowl prediction yet. Like I definitely don't feel great about it with how the Lions have looked, but like
I still think,
I
though,
still believe they have the best shot to knock the Lions just because they're
I
division
think
rivals and everything there. Yeah,
in the playoffs, I think the only NFC team that can beat Detroit is Green Bay.
same. That's kind of why like I feel like
I think
my
Philly.
hopes. Philly
Philly
is.
I
is.
think the Lions would beat Philly by 10 points.
I think it'd be a great game though. Like if that's the NFC Championship, that would be so fun. So many points.
I think Scott. I think we got to wait and see what happens as this
Oh
cold weather
yeah, the
comes in.
Lions lost Anzalone, man. That was he. I think he'll be back for playoffs, but that's if he's like not back for playoffs, that could be huge. That's
Scott,
like
when the weather changes, teams change.
yeah, but Steve, they're gonna be the one seed playing
Yeah, it'd
in
be
the dome.
indoors.
They still got a couple road games outside.
Yeah, but they're gonna be the one seed, dude. The Lions. Lions are rolling, which we can get right into that game. The Lions absolutely trounced the Jaguars 52-6. We don't have to talk about what my take was before this game. So, I mean, good for the Lions. They look like the best team in football right now. It's
So
undeniable.
this shouldn't happen in the NFL. A team shouldn't lose 52-6. You got to fire everyone. Like it's inexcusable.
Yeah,
When I see
that's what
those,
like the Jaguars should have fired like the coach and GM at this point.
Shad Khan should just sell the team.
It's not his fault. Like he's trying. He's not Jerry Jones, like it's not his
Yeah, I
fault.
mean you're right. He's not a bad guy. Well, I think Jerry
Yeah,
Jones
I don't think
give
I
him
don't I don't
all
think Shad
control.
Khan's a bad owner at all. He just they just approved a new stadium and that was he was a big part of that. Like he
I know,
wants
but
that team to be good.
he hires clowns that I
Doug
don't know.
Peterson was a good hire. It's just I guess the shtick's old and their roster, whoever their GM is fucking them because the roster's terrible.
Andy should bring Doug Peterson onto the staff of the Chiefs.
Yeah, I would much rather prefer him calling our offense. Um, all the vacancies out there. Matt Nagy's a pretty good head coach, I heard. All right. Hey, he had a winning record in Chicago. He actually, like, if you look at his coaching record, it was really good. Anyways, next game. Rams beat the Patriots 28-22. Drake May still looks good, but the Patriots are doing the perfect tank job. They found their quarterback, but they're losing games, improving draft stock. I mean, you got to love it for the Patriots. Big win for the Rams, and Puka Nacua was on in this one. I saw some highlights from this one. Yeah, when Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua play, the Rams are pretty good. They're a different team.
Dude, it'll be sick watching Travis Hunter just go off next year as a Patriot.
If Deion allows it.
That's true.
If they have a top 2 pick.
Yeah, there's a battle for. There's a lot of there's like a lot of very bad teams this year.
So Patriots, Tennessee, who else?
The Raiders,
Raiders,
Jacksonville.
Cowboys.
That's 5-6. That's 6 like terrible teams you just named.
Yeah, for the Cowboys.
Jets.
Cowboys have won a home
7.
game.
Yeah, like that's a lot of bad teams, like very
Dude,
very bad teams.
You guys are right, man. This might be a fun draft.
Oh yeah, dude. I love the draft. Don't
Browns.
don't get me started. Yeah, true.
A lot of 2-win teams.
That's what I'm see. The league is bad right now, dude. All right, next game. Not quite game of the week. Lived up to the hype, but a classic AFC North battle. The Steelers beat the Ravens 18-16. The Steelers were up, and the Ravens scored a late touchdown to make it close, but the Steelers gutted out a win. Steelers offense didn't look impressive. They didn't score a single touchdown, but Boswell, baby, he gets it done with that big leg, and Justin Tucker did not. Justin Tucker is looking washed, but dude, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are like hard on him, but I'm in the camp of like Dude, he's won so many games for you. You can't just like move on. He's a staple in that organization.
Dude,
You reevaluate in the offseason.
it was
His
never.
comments were bullshit though.
I didn't see what he said. What did he say? Oh, the
He
field.
he said something about blaming the field as the other kicker went 6 for 6 on field goals.
Yeah, that is funny.
Dude, the Steelers are like quietly having like an incredible run, and like they're honestly with the team I'm worried about the most in the playoffs. Tomlin is just such a good coach. Like they've won several games without scoring a touchdown just because they're so gritty, and that defense is just so full of fucking killers. I mean,
We
I
still
could really get behind the Steelers team for sure.
Dude, I would fucking love if the Chiefs don't go back to Super Bowl, I would much prefer it be the Steelers than like the Ravens or the Bills, because that would be no one
I
would
think
see
out
that
of
coming.
I think out of all the teams right now that are currently in a playoff spot in the AFC, the team I would want to play would be the Steelers,
See,
personally.
I like I
I'm
think
still, dude, I still just don't have like they have a great record. I still just don't have great vibes with the Steelers.
we haven't seen Russie in like a must-win situation yet. That's what I need to see. If Russell is in with his back against the wall and like can have a game-winning touchdown drive against a really good team, then I'll be convinced. But
We'll
I'm
just
kind of
throw it
with
up.
you. Like I just need to see that. What?
We'll just throw it up to George Pickens.
Which would be sick. Dude, I like the Steelers team. There's a lot to like about them, and just T.J. Watt continues to be a menace. All right, next game. This one was crazy finish. The Seahawks beat the 49ers 20-17, and the 49ers, man, they are slipping. The Seahawks, Geno Smith had one of those games where he decided to like be good, and had the game-winning touchdown run with like 20 seconds left or something like that. Good for Geno, but the Seahawks, man, they're talking about inconsistent. They're a lot like the Packers this year. You just don't know what you're going to get from them. But I'm super concerned for the Niners. They just like, is it Super Bowl loss hangover? That's what happened to them last time. I don't know if you guys recall.
Yeah,
Injuries decimated them, and they I think they missed the playoffs the year after they went to the Super Bowl. Or did
yeah.
they? Or did they go to the NFC Championship? No, I think they did. I think Garoppolo might have got hurt or something. Can't remember.
I
Did you
think
guys realize that the Cardinals are 6-4 and all three of the other teams are 5-5? That's literally going to go down to like week 18 for who wins that
It
division.
just sucks because the Cardinals aren't going to win it.
Dude, the Cardinals are
I
what,
I
3 and
want
0 in the division though?
I want them to get, like, don't get me wrong. I like want them to, but we haven't seen. When's the last time the Cardinals won that division? Carson
God,
Palmer.
Dude, but I mean they're 3 and 0 in the division and I don't know, man.
Yeah, but
Like
that means
they've
they
got a
have to
last place
play three
schedule.
more division games, and you just listed those records. Like, they could easily drop those three.
dude,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a Week 18 winning in NFC West, and they'll still put the fucking Cowboys on prime time.
true.
All
Dude,
right. Well,
Thanksgiving's gonna blow, dude. I don't want to watch the fucking Cowboys.
the games suck this year. It's a shame. All right. The next game, Broncos beat the Falcons 38-6, and what?
You just what
What?
what is that?
It's Steve's chair.
Oh, I thought he was trying to make like a horse noise for the Broncos.
No, dude. Bo fucking Nix, dude. He might steal Rookie of the Year from Jaden Daniels, dead ass. He has been awesome. He's been lights out this second half of where we are right now in the season. Like, they've been on a run lately, and he's looked really good. He's been sharp. He makes the plays that need to be made. And, dude, I'm really high on the Broncos right now. Sean Payton, we talked so much shit on early in the season, and looks like he's finally got his offense going the way he likes. And Bo Nix is playing good football, dude.
I'm just
He had
Undeniable.
a
smirking
game.
because this is just classic Falcons. I said This has been my take the entire year. This is the Falcons. They're just like a win one, lose one, win a two, lose one. Like they just suck. Like
The Bucks were a big winner from this because the Bucks, even though they dropped the 2 to Atlanta, they still can win that division and get in playoffs. Which I would
we
much rather see the Bucks than the Falcons in the playoffs right now.
we need the fucking Bucks to win that division. The Falcons suck.
Yeah, no, and like just the Bucks, I feel like are one of the only teams that, other than like the Lions, that I think could beat the Eagles because they've had their number.
Kirk Cousins and playoff run isn't like a thing.
If they missed the playoffs somehow, or they do make it and they're just one and done, what are the chances they keep Like, you think they'll keep Kirk Cousins next year?
I would shop him. Why wouldn't you? Because
I would shop him.
they said Penix came into this game. I didn't see it, but he came into the game and looked like pretty decent. But no, I think if you don't win a playoff game, you should definitely shop him because I bet there's buyers out there. Think about, like we were just saying, I mean, Brock Purdy, if you don't want to pay Brock, Kirk Cousins plugs right into that system. And Shanahan has a hard on for Kirk. He always has. And Kirk has at least a few more years, unlike Rodgers. So I don't like. Think about like the Jets or or the There's a lot of teams. There's a lot of teams that could use a quarterback, and Kirk definitely has value. That would be smart if you're the Falcons, and
Dude,
I almost would root for that at this point because it's not like they're going to go on a playoff run.
If the Jets pick up another veteran quarterback in the fourth quarter of their career, Fireman Ed will quit again being a fan. Dude's a fraud. He'll just be like, until the ownership takes it more serious, I quit.
Yeah, eat shit, dude. That's not how being a fan works.
Dude, I would have given my left nut for the Rams to stay. I mean, that guy's such an idiot.
I'd give both nuts just for Stan Kroenke to die, for me to shoot him in the fucking head. Damn, that might get us banned on YouTube, but I don't give a shit.
It won't, dude.
You're right. Trump's America. All right. Next game. We don't have to spend a ton of time on this one.
I'm Kai Kara France.
I hate that guy.
All right. Next game. The Chiefs lose finally to the Bills. The first loss for the Chiefs this season. And the Bills do what they do best. They beat the Chiefs in the regular season. We're on schedule to three-peat. This is what we needed. And this is actually, when I went through the schedule preseason, I said this was the most confident loss I saw on our schedule because I didn't see many. I think the Chiefs might drop one more, and that's it because I just like us in our own division. And Steve's scared of the Steelers, but I think we'll take care of them. But props to the Bills, man. They're only one game away from the 1 seed now, so this was a huge game for the 1 seed odds. The Bills win out, and the Chiefs do drop one more. They'll have the head-to-head match that will give them the edge. So good on the Bills. They came to play. They're at home. The crowd was rowdy, and Josh Allen took over on This was the key of the game was McDermott not settling for the field goal on 4th and 2 and going for it. They won the game when they got that because if they kick that field goal, we all know how that ends. So props to them. They've learned their lesson. Now Andy Reid's big fat ass knows that they've learned their lesson, so we're going to show up in the playoffs and beat them. It's going to happen. I'll put so much money on that game. So yeah. Any thoughts?
Our offensive line needs some work. That's the weak part of our team.
Yep.
And I feel like it's not. I feel like it wasn't just this week. I literally feel like all year
there's a left tackle problem.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to give Pat a little bit of time.
O-line was bad, and D-line was very disappointing. The D-line was bad. Chris Jones had his worst game of the season, I think. Anytime he would get a little close to Allen, all he had to do was sidestep, and then he was gone. Like, it was just our defensive game plan was disappointing. It's the first game that we've allowed more than 28 points since 2021. So the streak does end, unfortunately, and that's honestly the thing that hurts most for me because I've been so proud of this defense. So We're gonna get some players back though soon, so we'll see how they plug back in.
This is a
Next,
good loss. Now they don't have the pressure of the unseed.
yes, yeah, like this is the best loss you could have had, unless it was the Steelers, I guess, or the Lions.
Also, one of the best things about the loss is everyone starts shit talking the Chiefs, and that
Yep.
whole locker room knows it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bulletin board material. They are going to use all of that. And when we win the Super Bowl, they're going to start dropping quotes in the locker room that they heard after this loss.
Yep. Yep. And we're like I said, we're on schedule for the three-peat. This is what happens. This is what the Chiefs do. All right, next game. The Chargers beat the Bengals 34-27. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase continue to have good seasons, great seasons actually. But the Chargers, man, they came on strong late. They were up early and they almost blew it, but they almost charged. And props to them, they did not, and that is why they are a good football team now, because of coaching. It's all because of Harbaugh. Herbert was not shit before Harbaugh. This was all Harbaugh.
That's
I
facts.
mean, they did almost lose that game, though. Like, I would say it was bad coaching in the second half from the Chargers.
I
They
mean,
didn't do a thing until Herbert took him down the field with 1 minute left.
they still put up 34 points, and their defense held Joe Burrow under 30. So like the Bengals offense, for how bad they are, is probably statistically top 5, right? That
Dude,
was
I've
I think
Probably.
that's the stat that came
Dude,
out of this one. Even though the Chargers won, that this is by far the most points put up against them, because I think up until this point they hadn't allowed more than 20 points, the defense for the Chargers. So they allowed 27 in this, to one of the best offenses right now. So that's props to them.
dude,
how much? Go ahead.
do you guys see Jamar and Joe Burrow acting like little bitches talking
Yeah,
shit
they're
on
pussies.
Pierce? I mean, dude, that's just like so skeet. Like he literally sent you guys to the fucking Super Bowl. Like, and he missed a couple kicks. Like, and Jamar's like, that's why we pay you out of big bucks. Well, you don't pay anyone. Shut the fuck up. So stupid, dude. I
I
hate
hate the
How
I hate
much?
bad
Bengals.
I hate Devo receivers being bad teammates to the specialists, especially with Devo like going after them. I mean, it's just like, what are these guys doing?
Yeah, that's why the Niners are having a bad season. You don't fuck with your character, dude. That's fucked up.
But even
How
Scott,
Joe
much
just
would you pay?
missed.
How much would you pay T. Higgins?
me as a Chiefs fan, 25 years, no more. Dude's
Isn't
hurt
that what
all
it
the
is?
time, and that's
I
overpaying.
know, dude. That's what
That's
sucks. He's
overpaying.
so good when he
But
plays,
he's
though.
hurt.
I
But he's
know.
like that's. I'm sorry. Like availability is more important than anything to me.
The
Mm-hmm.
best ability.
Someone's gonna give him 30 million though.
Yeah, no, and like it's gonna be. You know who it's gonna be? It's gonna be like Jacksonville or the Raiders, and he's just never gonna have a good
Yeah,
career. Like it's like this is what happens to guys like that.
Or like
Fucking
tennis.
stupid.
it'd be a good fit.
All right, the final game of the week. We don't have to spend any time. The Texans beat the Cowboys 34-10. Cowboys are ass, and the stadium is falling. Jerry World is falling apart, just like the franchise. Jerry needs to be taken out back. He needs to be fed Snickers bars and a bottle of whiskey, and they need to just do him over, get it over with, and they can move on. Although it's so funny, everyone acts like, well, when Jerry Jones dies, everything's gonna be fine. No, his dumbass son's gonna take shit over, and he's probably gonna be fucking worse.
I mean, you don't know that his son's gonna be like, oh, I need to be the owner and the GM and involved in every single
I'm
thing.
pretty sure he's like
But
president of operations, like dead ass.
yeah,
He has like a role in the team for the team.
Yeah, but his son's not probably staring at the guys' dongs in the locker room.
That one's an 8-incher. I saw it with my own eyes.
Man,
All right.
fuck Jerry Jones. The Cowboys will never win again in his lifetime, and that makes me happy.
Yeah, not in his lifetime, that's for sure. All right, that does it for week 11. We're going to start our preview for week 12. We start with the Steelers taking on the Browns. This one is in Cleveland. Steve, what is the spread here?
Pittsburgh minus 3.5, over under 36.5.
I got the Steelers. Zach has the Steelers.
Steelers.
That's a B&E suite.
The Browns look like they quit. So like I don't know why. I get that it's a divisional game, short week, but like that's I don't know. All right, next game we got the Titans taking on the Texans. This one is in Houston. What's the spread here, Steve?
Houston minus 7.5. Over under 40.5.
I don't like that half point. I'm gonna take the Titans to cover just because their defense still plays good. But is this the week that they quit? It totally could be. But divisional game, Titans defense, Texans do have Nico back though. Fuck, this is a tough one. I'm gonna stick with the Titans though.
Dude,
I'm taking the over. I think that's kind of low.
Kev,
Zach's on the Titans.
all of your points, Kev, I agree with. But I think this is the game they quit. Give me Houston.
All right, next game we got the Vikings taking on the Bears. This one's in Chicago. What's the spread here, Steve?
Minnesota minus 3.5. Over under 39.5.
I like the Vikes here. Even though the Vikes haven't played like super inspiring football lately, the Bears have been so like defeated. That locker room's got to be one of the worst locker rooms right now with all the Eberflus drama.
I'm on the Vikes.
Yeah, same.
And Zach is on. What the fuck is it?
Should be one of the first ones. Should be right after the
Bears. He's on the
Steelers
Bears.
Browns.
He's on the Bears. All right, next next game we've got the Cowboys taking on the Commies. This one's in Washington. What's the spread here, Steve? And we are getting another Cooper Kush game.
Washington minus 10.5. Over under 44.5.
I like the spread. The Cowboys are on the road. They're defeated. Mike McCarthy might actually get fired on the tarmac.
I'm going to take the Commanders too.
Zach's on the Commies.
That's a B&E suite.
Damn, over 10 points, Steve. Breaking your rule.
Yeah, well, it didn't work with
Cowboys.
the Dodgers last week, so.
The block jogs. All right, next game we got the Patriots taking on the Dolphins. This one's in Miami. What's the spread, Steve?
Minus 7.5. Dolphins. Over under 46.5.
Yeah. Wait, did you say minus 6.5?
7.5.
Minus 7.5. Dude, I like the Patriots to fight, but the Dolphins look good. The Dolphins look good right now. I'm gonna take the Dolphins. Zach's taking the Dolphins too. But I don't know, man. I feel like the Patriots will be in this for a little bit, and then it'll get blown out. You know what I mean?
Dolphins have players that can score at any time. I don't think the Patriots do. Also, as dead as vibes were earlier in the year, the Dolphins are a couple games in a row now, and I think vibes are heating up down there.
Vibes are heating up. I like their schedule. If they beat the Bills, I think they have the
They've
Bills.
already played the Bills twice.
Oh, they got them twice. Okay, see, then like with their schedule, I think their schedule is not too crazy. Like they actually do have a shot.
They're 4-6. I think the wild card's 5-6 or something right now. And they got here's the rest of their schedule: Patriots, Packers, Jets, Texans, Niners, Browns, Jets.
If they beat the Packers, they're looking good. That's
Jets.
gonna be a huge game. The Packers and Dolphins. That's gonna be a big game
That could be a
for
fun
both
game.
for both teams. That's
Dolphins
a
at
big game.
Texans could be fun.
Yeah.
Be a lot of points.
Oh yeah.
That sounds neat.
All right.
It's real good.
Steve, did you get your pick on that one?
I'm on Miami.
That makes it what, Steven?
Sweet.
All right, next game, and my dick just got so hard. The Chiefs are playing the Panthers at noon. Oh, in Carolina. What's the spread, Steve?
Chiefs minus 10.5. Over under 43.5.
Yeah, there's no chance the Chiefs cover that spread. Give me the Panthers.
I'm taking.
We will stoop down to our opponent's level and win a close one, and that's when cue all the shit talk, Scott, because that's when everyone's like, "Oh, the Chiefs, they escaped Carolina. They're not looking good," and then bulletin board material. All right.
Yeah, there's no chance we're covering that.
I took
Oh,
the
Zach is on the Chiefs. Zach, I think, takes the Chiefs every week. He ruined our money line parlay last week, and I'm upset. All right, next we've got next we've got the Bucks taking on the Giants. This one's in New York at MetLife. Bucks coming off the bye. What's the spread here, Steve? Oh
Tommy
yeah, Tommy
DeVito
Cutlets is back.
time.
Ding bong.
Tampa minus 5.5, over under 41.5.
What did you say? Minus what?
5.5.
5.5. Okay.
41.5
Yeah.
over.
Give me the Bucks.
Dude, I'm taking the
Bucks.
Tommy DeVito bump, dude. Give me the Giants.
Zach's on the Bucks. Yeah. Steve, you took the Giants for real. You're taking Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, dude, I'm
I
taking the
love
DeVito.
it.
Just like the Andy Dalton bump. It's going to hit. You want to
I
change your
just
pick
think
now?
no, I just think the Bucks are a good team and they're coming off a bye. And they need to start winning because Atlanta's giving them a window. Next game, Lions playing the Colts in Indy. What's the spread here, Steve?
Detroit minus 7.5, over under 50.5.
Give me Detroit. They're gonna kill them.
I'll take Detroit.
Dude, I want to take Detroit and the over.
Zach's on the Lions.
For the podcast, I'll take the B&E sweep, but I think the over is going to hit also. I might parlay that.
Okay, next game we got the Broncos taking on the Raiders in Vegas. Go ahead and chalk that up as a W. What's the spread here, Steve?
Have your Broncos are favored at minus 6.5, over under 41.5.
Give me that all day, dude. They just whooped a decent team. The Raiders are ass juice. Max Crosby will probably get like a sack and a half in this game and feel good about himself, and that's the only bright spot the Raiders are going to have.
Dude, the stadium's going to be an orange out. Not a far trip.
And it's going to be just a cloud of green smoke.
I'm going to take the over.
Zach is on the Broncos. All right. Next, we got the Cardinals taking on the Seahawks. This should be a really good game, probably the best in the late window. What is the spread here, Steve? It's in Seattle.
Arizona minus 1.5, over under 47.5.
Zach took the over in this one. I just don't trust the Seahawks. And I'm really pulling for the Cardinals. I want them to win the division. I want them to be for real. And I'm gonna take the Cardinals this week. We'll see if they burn me.
I don't recall ever seeing Kyler play up in Seattle. Like, I'm trying to think of highlights in my head, and I have none.
He probably
So,
hasn't played there much because he has been hurt a lot.
dude, something's just telling me to take Seattle for chaos in the division, so I'm taking Seattle.
I'm on the under.
All right. Next game we've got the Niners taking on the Packers. This one's at Lambeau. This is a huge game for both teams. Both teams are fighting for playoffs. Niners really need to start winning. What's the spread here, Steve?
Packers minus 1.5, over under 47.5.
Give me the Packers here just because they always have the Niners number. The Packers are so inconsistent, though. But I don't know. Something's off with the Niners.
Do you mean
right now.
you want the Niners?
It's the opposite. The Niners have the Packers number. It was Rodgers always, typically, but it's
Oh,
Chris Jones.
sorry. You're right. Then yeah, give me the Niners. I don't trust either of these teams. And
I'm on the Niners.
Yeah, dude. Give me the Niners, but I don't love it.
Yeah,
And Zach's on the Niners as well.
I want to pick the Packers, but I'm going Niners, and that's a beauty.
Yeah, I want the Packers to win this game. I'd love to see the Niners just continue to suffer. All right, Sunday Night Football. We've got this one actually should be pretty fun. We got the Eagles taking on the Rams. This one's in LA. Rams are fighting for that division and a playoff spot. Eagles are looking like one of the best teams in the NFC, right there behind the Lions. What's the spread here, Steve?
Eagles minus 2.5, over under 48.5.
That's a close spread. I thought it'd be way bigger. I like the Eagles a lot then.
I think the exciting whites are going to lock down the white receiver and his Samoan buddy. Give me the Eagles.
I'm on Philly.
And Zach is on Philly.
That's a beauty sweep.
All right, last game of the week. We got the Harbaugh Bowl. It's on Monday night, and it takes place in Los Angeles. We got the Ravens taking on the Chargers. Ravens have lost a few. They need to get back on the winning side of things, especially if they want any hopes at the 1 seed. The Chargers in their division. The Chargers, however, have been rolling. What is the spread here, Steve?
Okay, hand up. Not once did I even think about this. Jim Harbaugh being back in the NFL, playing his brother again. Not once. How about that? Does that even cross my mind? That's so great. It's Baltimore minus 3, over under 50.5. Wait, how the? Oh, okay, because this is the Monday night game. I was like, how are the Chargers and Rams both home teams this week?
Dude, this is going to be a good game, and I feel like the Chargers have earned enough respect, and the Ravens have looked beatable the last 2 weeks. They've been beaten the last 2 weeks. I don't know, man. I think I'm going to go with the Chargers here. Dogs at home, flying across the country, prime time. It's not an NFC team for Lamar.
I'm just taking primetime Lamar.
Yeah. Zach is also on the Chargers.
I think Herbert's actually like decent on primetime too, but I feel like this is just going to be one of those games where like the Ravens, I feel like their back's against the wall a little bit now. Like no one's taking them as seriously as they were a few weeks ago.
Damn, you're
I
right.
think I think Lamar's just gonna like be Lamar.
They're more desperate than the Chargers, that's for sure. Damn, that made me just think a little bit. What's the Chargers record right now?
7-3.
And the Ravens are 8, or are they 7-3?
They're 7-4.
Oh shit.
Dude, I think
Damn.
the Chargers have been feasting on their
Bad
shitty.
teams, yeah.
Yeah, and I think they have a good defense, and the Ravens defense sucks. So I'm taking the over because I think
I,
Lamar's gonna go nutty, and the Ravens defense blows, and they'll get torched by Dobbins. So give me the over.
I'm flipping my pick, dude. I'm going with the Ravens here. I think they have to win this game. It's a big game for them. Yeah, flipping to the Ravens. All right, that does it for our preview for Week 12. Time for locks of the week. I know I lost mine last week, Scott. If you want to read the stats.
Steve's the only one that won the lock last week.
Yeah, Steelers. Good pick, Steve.
Kevin and Steve 7-4, Zach 5-6, me 4-7, and then me, Steve, and Zach went 8-6. Kevin went 5-9.
What do you mean? Why did you
Last week? Our records.
You just said two different
Locks of the week I read first.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? All right.
Scott, can you read the records again, please? Overall.
Yeah.
Last week.
Yeah. Me, you, and Zach went 8-6. Kev went 5-9.
What's overall?
77-76 for me, 76-77 for Kev.
We have the same record. That's crazy.
We're one game different. Zach 88-65, Steve 85-68.
Damn, I thought I had a jump on Zach after my 11-3 week.
Nope, Zach's been ahead like all year, I think. Zach's had a couple really good weeks. And then we lost our money line parlay, obviously.
To the Chiefs. We had 3 locked, and then the Chiefs lost it for us. Well, boys, I really like the Eagles on Sunday night. What was it, 2.5 or 3? Yeah, it was 2. Wasn't it 2.5?
Yeah. Zach was on the Chiefs, I believe. I think that's what his text said.
Was that 10.5?
Yeah.
And then
I like 2 games, but I'm literally just going to take the Lions because they just score and score and score.
what was that spread? 10.5.
7.5.
Steve, what do you like?
Or ride out Pittsburgh again.
Dang, what was their spread?
3.5.
All right, time for the MLP Moneyline Parlay. Total record is 4-7, right?
Yes.
All right. I'll start out with the easiest. I mean, there's a lot of big spreads. Yeah,
We could
in
easily
the
put
spirit of the show,
together. We could put it
give me the
-2.
Broncos.
Yeah, there you go.
Do we just plug in the Chiefs for Zach, or did he send us a money line
He
parlay?
didn't put a money line parlay. He
Let's
put
just
his
put
lock.
Chiefs in because that's his lock. So we need some juice from you guys.
Dude, I feel like even if we have 2 like -200 picks, we're still gonna be okay.
I'm riding all Pittsburgh this whole week. Give me them.
Scoot, we need a dog. Well,
No,
we don't need shit.
What's the parlay at right now?
We got the Broncos, Steelers,
No, no,
Chiefs.
I mean like what's the payout doing?
I don't know.
hold on. I
Oh,
got it.
we're at +142 with
Plus one.
those 3. I'm gonna go. I like 2 games. Give me the Bucks at the Giants. It's
So
only a
we,
+236er, but why don't we change Zach's from the Chiefs to the Lions, and then we go from -650 to -420?
I think he'd be comfortable with that. What
Yeah,
does that make the odds?
Hold on.
Broncos,
Lions.
Steelers, Bucks, Lions.
That puts us at plus 260.
yeah. So not that much better, but still better.
Yeah.
But
All right.
whatever.
Sweet. Guys, do we have any hot takes or bold predictions? I feel like we haven't had any hot takes or let it fly.
I have.
What's some crazy shit y'all are thinking right now?
Bro, I
I
got something.
think it's fucking crazy that DeVito is starting over Drew Lock. He
Yeah,
just paid $5 million to come in and play.
Drew
Good
Lock
for
was
Push
Drew.
it back up.
no, Drew Lock was like pissed about it. Like
I
he said,
know.
and he should be, dude. Like I think he gives him a better chance to win. I think this was like some New York Mafia type shit.
It's
Hey,
some tank job.
you got to play DeVito, man. Oh, I didn't think about that, Kev. You're probably right.
It's a tank job. It's a clear tank job. They want Shadur bad. I think the Giants are gonna, if they don't have 1 or 2 pick, they're gonna trade up to get Shadur.
You think Dion lets him go
And
there?
I think Dion does let him go there
Yeah,
because it's
I
a big
think that's
market and like
massive
he'll
market.
blow up. Also, how fucking crazy would it be, since we're talking about hot takes, bold predictions? If there
Dion
was
coaching.
if there was a gambling odds for Dion being like signed to be the coach there and them sign Shadur, I'd sprinkle some money on that because like, dude, I could easily
That'd
see
be
the Giants pulling some
crazy.
shit like that. But
Um,
dude, think about it. If Dion wins the Big 12, which is in play right now, going from one of the worst, not just like the worst team in the big or in the Pac-10 when he inherited the Colorado team, they were literally like bottom 5 in FBS like football. They were so bad.
I
So
don't think Dion's coaching works in the NFL.
I agree,
Kind of
and
agree.
but it would be a great story. Like,
Uh,
dude, that would be so good for drama. But
this is,
there's no way that happens. But I do think they want Shadur. I think they want Shadur bad.
yeah, who doesn't?
It would be so funny to see Shadur and Travis Hunter go 1-2 and Dion not let either of them play for those teams.
Yeah.
Do you guys see CeeDee Lamb and Trayvon Diggs partying in the club after their loss?
What a bunch of losers, dude.
Dude,
Like, literally, you have an entire off season where you can do that shit and not get judged.
it was
I was
embarrassing.
so right on the Cowboys this year.
They were
You
getting,
were.
dude, in the comments. It was really funny.
Hey,
Dude,
sue me for thinking that Zeke Elliott was going to be back to his prime. I'm just kidding. I don't think I was like high on the Cowboys. I just
I
didn't
don't. I
think.
would say, when
I
did
didn't.
you say
I
that?
didn't. I didn't. I was just. I wasn't as low as you were. You called them like being a terrible team, and they are a terrible team. I thought they would still. I thought they would miss playoffs, but I didn't think they would be this bad.
I don't think I had a Cowboys take. I just don't even care about them at all. They're
Yeah.
irrelevant.
My take is get them off my fucking TV.
Please, for the love of God.
Did you guys see? Oh my
Cherish it.
god! Since dude, did you guys see
What'd you
that they're
say?
not flexing? They're not flexing that the Simpsons game because they've spent too much money on graphics. I forget who the two teams are, but it's an ass matchup.
When is it?
I think. I don't know. It's coming up
I
soon.
didn't even know that was a thing.
You haven't seen that, dude?
No,
You
I'm gonna
remember
look
when
it
they
up.
did the Toy Story shit?
Simpsons.
Is that like the Nickelodeon game or something?
It might be on like Paramount or some shit. Yeah, who knows?
Looking at it now.
The
Simpsons funded. It's the
Simpsons.
Cowboys versus the Bengals on
Ugh.
Monday Night Football, December 9th.
Yeah, that's terrible that they can't flex that. That's
Another
ridiculous.
Cowboy game.
It,
Yeah,
it-
my gosh.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If they don't,
Okay, here's another. I got another take. Since we're talking about the Cowboys too, why Cooper Rush? Play Trey Lance. See if he has something, and if he
you
doesn't, and
want
he
me to answer
sucks.
why?
Hold on, hold on. If he sucks, you lose out, and you have the number 1 or number 2 pick. It's a win-win situation to play Trey Lance.
I think Trey Lance is so bad that they cannot put him out there because the dude probably doesn't even know how to read a playbook. This guy is one of the worst misses in NFL history. He was the third overall pick. How many games has he played?
Dude, probably like 3.
Like, it's insane. And the Niners don't get enough shit for that. They really don't. They got so lucky that they got Brock, or else
Well, it's
they'd
because
be a
they've been to 2
joke.
Super Bowls.
Yeah, no, I know, but they struck gold with Brock Purdy, and they should have been punished for that bad of a pick.
Is he one of the biggest busts ever?
He's up. He's got to be up there because they traded so much. The only reason he won't be known as one of the biggest busts ever is because they did end up going to 2 Super Bowls. Like, actually,
No.
they drafted him after
Yeah.
the first. So
I mean, the bust's got to be Jamarcus Russell, and then you can always make the case,
there's older ones
at
that
least
we probably
in my
aren't talking
opinion,
about.
you can always kind of say Sam Bradford strictly because he never had like a 500 season, never threw 4 touchdowns in a game, and is the highest paid rookie ever.
They
But
changed the rule after he was drafted, and if we're talking money, he probably was to like
he
the
bounced
worst.
around to a couple teams, and he won some games and stuff. Like, he had a more successful career than Jamarcus Russell and
Oh
Trey
yeah,
Lance.
But
And
Scott, to my point, Trey Lance is so bad they can't even start him.
what do you mean?
He's so bad he doesn't even start. So
yeah,
to
like
me, that's a
in
bigger
general,
bust.
Scott. In
Right.
general, he hasn't played like any games
So I
for
think Trey Lance.
Right.
anybody.
So throw him in there now, see if
No,
he can learn and do anything. And if you lose, it doesn't matter. And then you're the number 1 pick.
yeah, but my point is, as of right now, to me, he's a bigger bust than the guys you just named because he's so bad that they're starting Cooper Rush over him.
Yeah, I don't know. Cooper Rush has been there for a few years too. That's got to help, but
All right.
I don't know. I think you got to play him.
Who was in that Trey Lance draft? Who was the other quarterbacks?
Mac Jones.
Tua. It was that same draft.
No, Tua was.
Oh wait, yeah,
Tua
that Tua
was with Burrow and Herbert and Love. It would have been was it Trevor Lawrence?
Maybe no, because that was 2020, wasn't it?
No, that was Joe Burrow. So yeah, 2021 was Trevor
Trevor.
Lawrence, then Trey Lance, then Mac Jones.
Dude, that just no, because Mac
I'm
Jones.
telling you, dude, Joe Burrow was 2020 picked from his basement during COVID.
Yes, I know he was the first draft, COVID draft, and then Trevor Lawrence was also COVID draft.
I mean,
I don't know.
maybe they
I thought
did.
Trey Lance was before that. All that.
He's young, dude.
Yeah, I don't get
He's the
okay,
same
Rick.
draft as Mac
Okay,
Jones for
Rick.
sure.
He's young. What a fucking excuse. The dude hasn't played football. The guy hasn't played the sport he was drafted to play.
Yeah.
It's insane. Have you guys seen the stat of like his college? He played only like 15, 16 games in college, and he played like what you play how many in fucking high school? Like, dude, the guy's barely his resume. He still puts his high school credentials on. You know, it's insane.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? It's like almost like these guys who don't play a lot of football aren't good in the NFL. Look at AR.
Don't get me started. Well, hey, man, he had a big win last week. Can't wait to
Still
watch them
blows.
get raped by the Colts. Or sorry, raped by the Lions.
Yeah, man,
That's gonna be fun to watch. I can't wait.
The
Yeah.
Lions are gonna make Anthony Richardson look bad.
Okay, hot take. Who's stopping the Lions right now?
Themselves.
No, like
Um,
legit. Is there anyone that can do it?
no, like I'm with Steve right there. It would come down to probably like Dan Campbell being an idiot.
Man,
That or literally it'll be the Chiefs.
dude, a Chiefs Lions Super Bowl would be epic. Because you know it's gonna.
Dude.
I think that Super Bowl would be just like the Philly Super Bowl, just like high scoring and then down to the wire, just Mahomes.
Oh well.
But it is kind of funny, like the Chiefs lose one game, and you really tell who the spoiled prick fans are, because it's like, dude, we're still the best team in the NFL, like record wise. I don't know why people are freaking out. We lost one game.
Do you think the
Our team
Colts
last season was so much worse than this year. We won the Super Bowl. That's what I just don't understand the panic for.
after this game against the Lions, like there is a chance that the Colts could win out? Patriots, Broncos, Titans, Giants, Jaguars.
Do not give me the Colts in the playoffs.
Yeah, that'd
God.
be the Chiefs. That'd be so fun for me. Are you kidding me? That'd be great.
They'd have to
So
win a play.
yeah, they would have to. If we had the one seed, they'd have to win. Yeah, you're right. That's hilarious. Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. All roads look like a Lions Chiefs Super Bowl to me. This has been a weird year with all those 2-win teams at the bottom right now. Like, there's so many bad football teams. Like, think of teams going into the season we thought were going to be like good and are like, just straight up terrible. I thought the Raiders would put together a decent season. The fucking Cowboys are ass. The Browns, low key, one of the most disappointing teams in the NFL. That's crazy. And they're gonna use Deshaun Watson as their scapegoat, but like, you shouldn't be that bad just like without Deshaun. I don't know.
So right now,
Jets too.
the three wild card teams are the Chargers, the Ravens, and the Broncos. Broncos are 6-5. After that is the Colts at 5-6, the Dolphins at 4-6. Then I think it's a drop off. So I
Yeah.
think those are like the final 4 or 5 teams that'll fight for that
The
spot.
Broncos and Colts play each other 2 weeks from
Yeah.
now. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. It's
That's
in
gonna be a
Denver.
great game, dude. And I think Denver is gonna win that. And so if they win that, then Denver just needs to not lose more than 2 games down the stretch, right?
I'm looking at their schedules.
I don't think. I actually
Denver's
think
got
Denver's gets a little tough, doesn't it?
they've got the Raiders, the Browns, the Colts, The Chargers, the Bengals, the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's it. Not an easy schedule. But that Indy game's huge. If they win that game, that gives them an advantage. Yeah, dude, if the Colts make the playoffs, I'll be sick to my stomach. No one wants to watch that team in the playoffs.
Dude, no one wants to. This is the most
The
boring.
Bengals and the Dolphins would beat them. Like that's that's gross.
Dude, I just hate the Colts so much. They're such a gay team.
Yeah, just you guys know how I feel.
You feel good to be a Colt.
No, dude, that would be a horrible feeling. I get why Andrew Luck was a bitch and walked out on his
Dude,
team.
win or lose, we love them.
Yeah. Dude, if they make the playoffs, it's solely because of that guy. All right. I think that about does it. You guys good?
Yep.
That's being able talk.